Welcome back, Star People. We're gonna continue our moon missions today. Well, the one we started last time, which we built a rocket for, actually, and haven't quite finished. The balancing is still off, and I'm not sure if we can get to the moon and back yet, but we're gonna figure that out. Before we do anything else, though, if you're wondering why my money is different from the last time we played, I had to replay that weird test the RT10 hammer engine thing because it didn't save again for some reason. And that's what I did, and that's why there's a difference in my cache here, but that's that. So let's take a look at our missions here. Maybe we can pick something else up while we're doing the moon stuff. Science data from surface of the moon. We want you to send us science data from the surface of the moon. I guess we could just pick that up. Yoink. There's nothing speaking against that since we're going to the moon anyway and gonna do some science. That's what we'll do. Alright. So let's take a look at the state of our rocket. Sorry, I'm weirdly having trouble speaking today. Let's load it in. Did I name that thing? I actually don't know. Is this it? Moonlander? It might be it. I'm not sure. Let's take a look. Yes, that's it. Look at that thing. So last time we did test the decoupling and EVA-ing over from this capsule back into this once we would be back up in orbit around the moon with this thing, which is gonna wait for us up there. But I was thinking it would be actually better if we brought this entire thing back home for the value of the science, because if we send it back home with an antenna, which I forgot to put on this, by the way, so we need an antenna there too. If I brought this thing, if we sent the science data back with the antenna, we lose a couple of science points through the transmission, which sucks. It's usually around 75% of its actual value, and I'd hate to lose that much. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Maybe we just leave this in moon orbit and just come back with this and try to get back to Earth with this, to Kerbal. But I don't know. I don't know. Be that as it may, what is there to do actually with this thing? Did we finish it last time or didn't we? I can't remember. Staging looks okay. Let's take a look. Let's get an overview over what we did here. We have this with the two boosters on the side. Okay, we have a bunch of meters per second, or a bunch of thrust, which is gonna help us greatly. We have this center stage, which is gonna... Right, I remember now what I wanted to do. We have a balancing issue here, like I said in the intro, and that's because we have this thing hanging off the side of our main stage, so our center of mass is... It looks centered. Weirdly enough, it should be over to the left actually, as it pulls us towards the rocket here. This thing as we go up, and it's gonna make us tumble and turn and whatnot. So that's actually not what we want. So maybe if I move these things closer in. Right? Over to the opposite side. Whoops. Okay, no, what did I just do? I think I just screwed it up a little bit. I'd have to rebuild those two. That's not a big deal anyway, because they're just these standard thoroughbred boosters. So let's take them off, actually. And I'll show you what I'm thinking. Where's the decoupler? Right here. Let's go for one if I can. Yeah. So we have this decoupled shuttle, or whatever you might want to call it, right there on this side. So if I put the boosters not on this side, but a little bit further in, it should act as a counterweight, right? Theoretically. That would be sweet if that actually worked. Can I mirror this? How does... okay, I see. So I might want to do this... Where do I want to do this? Oh, it got rid of the mirror thing because I hit the fan there. This little wing. Okay, well, that's actually... I wish I could move them over. Okay, be that as it may. We're gonna do it manually then, one by one. I just don't know where I want them exactly. Maybe here. And if I do that, I need to put it exactly on the other side as well. So, I don't know. That's, I'm guessing, 2 off where I had it before. I think I had it here. So 1, 2 should be where it's at. So if I put that here, 1, 2, that seems a little harsh there. Is that correct? It looks like it. I'm looking at the bottom, those things here, the grid or whatever it is. It should be right behind there. It looks okay. Might not be on the same level here. Might want to put it down a notch. Okay, good. Let's see. It is not centered, right? This is a little bit off to the left, and we want to bring it over to the right again. So let's go with our thoroughbred thingamabobs right there. If I put them on there... this is so weird. I have actually no idea what I'm doing here. Can't see at all. Just go for 1. Let's put it there. I don't think that's connected. Yeah, it totally isn't. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe now. It's just a game of luck. Okay, so we brought that over there. Let's see if this helps. But I have a feeling it's gonna be too much to the side. Oh, that actually hit the spot. Good. Okay, so now we're too far to the right. You see what I'm talking about? This ball here should be at the center of the main stage. And it's kind of poopy. I mean, it's gonna be helping us with our gravity turn maybe a little bit into the right direction. But it might not, so I think I want to do this again. And not go so wide this time, maybe just put it 1 over. These boosters are pretty heavy. Way heavier than our payload thing we're gonna decouple later on. Did I remove that voluntarily? Don't think I did. But I don't know. Okay, let's keep it there. And here that seems to be more or less on the same level here. Maybe put it down a notch like we did before. Okay. This isn't that heavy actually. Interesting. Maybe I can fine-tune this and just put it over enough to counterbalance the thing. If I put it there now, come on. It is connected. So how are we looking? Is this centered? No. It's too far to the left now. Okay, so let's see if we can do something about this. Let's grab this and just try and put it over some. Well, that's a fine how do you do. I can't really make out if we actually did the thing. It's looking a little bit better if you ask me, but I'm not 100% certain that it did what I wanted it to. Is this right over this? Because that's what we had in the first place. That's not gonna help. Let's try this. I'm gonna use the move tool. Move this, whoops. Move this over, nope. Okay, something's happening here. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's actually now in between. Okay, that's actually what I wanted here as well. I hope that's the case. Yeah. So let's attach this one. But they're not gonna be raised the same, which is... that's gonna hurt us Wish I could have them sort of moving at the same time, but we're way over the middle line here. It doesn't work the way I want it to. How can I fix this? I need some sort of counterweight on the side, just... You know what I'm saying? Just a stupid little thing to keep there. Because we do want to be on a more or less proper east-west orbit. Otherwise we're gonna have to readjust a lot to get to the moon. So let's just do what we had before. Can I just load this back in? Open. Don't save. Moon lander. Right, okay. Let's take a look at our center of mass again. Well, from this side it looks okay, but I think it's a little bit off to the right. It must be. Although it is looking pretty centered here. How much does this thing weigh? Can I see how much this stage alone weighs? Is there a way to find it out? Craft stats. Empty crew cabin, yeah, we know. Missing ladder. I don't have any ladders to put on there. I'm not that advanced. I'm going to the moon, but I can't build ladders. 195 tons. Yikes. What is this? What did we do? Oh, test the RC hammer. Yeah, that's what we did before, off camera. Because we did it on camera once. Anyway. So I'm following... Where's my cursor? Right here. I'm following this line up. And it seems to be a little bit off to the right, but not that much actually. Interesting. Maybe I can just attach some sort of fuel canister or something. Fuel tank, which I'm just gonna pin on there. With a decoupler that I'm gonna deactivate. This is only a stage 1 anyway, so we're... Okay, let's get rid of this. Maybe I can have a little fuel tank here on the side. If I put it there. How much does this weigh? 2.25 tons. Do I really have to go through these things one by one and find out how much it weighs total? Is there no overview over what I'm doing here? Engineer's report. It should be in here, right? Somewhere. Or maybe I can get it through the staging? ISP? Burn? Nah. There's nothing there. Okay, so we're gonna quickly calculate this. So this is 0.84 tons. 0.84, then we have this science cargo thing. 0.89 total. Then we have whatever this thing is. What is it? Small inline reaction wheel. It's in control, so that's 0.94, right? I guess. We have 2 batteries. Okay, 0.96. Doesn't have to be that on the dot there. 0.96 plus 0.2 is 0.16. 1.16. And this weird fuel tank. 1.16 plus the fuel tank, which is it this one? I don't think it is. Or is it? It could be. We then have another one. Okay, so we were at 1.16 plus 1.125. That's 2.285. 2.285. 3.44. 3 point what? Yeah, 3.44 something. 3.44, and then we have the little burner there. 344 plus this 39. So let's say 4 tons, right? More or less. So how much is one fuel tank? The one we have here is this one. Okay. So that's not enough. Maybe those two could almost be enough. I'm gonna just plop that on there to see, or maybe down. If it would let me. There we go. So where are we now? 2.25 plus 0.56, that's 2.81? 2.81. That's not nearly enough. Let's get this on there too. 2.81 plus this is 3.9. Yeah, that could actually even things out nicely. So let's get that down there. If I can manage to put it there, I need to zoom in and go down, I guess. It is what I had to do in the past. There we go. Okay, so is this even out now? I have no idea. Can I move this up a little? Okay, we're gonna... This doesn't have to be staged at all, actually. Since we're gonna stage it with the rest of the main rocket here. Disable staging. Okay. Where is this? I do wonder. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. What? Maybe because I disabled it. Let's enable it again. Okay. Cool. So that takes care of that then. Let's... Whoops. Put this thing back on. Can I move this further away? That would be nice. Okay, that doesn't do what I wanted at all. Is there a better place to put this? I just really want to not be in the way of this thing or any other stuff, so maybe we're okay now. I think I'm ready for another test to see if we manage to balance things out a little bit. It should be better, theoretically. This is not a Jebediah mission, it's a Valentina Kerbal mission. We already did the test with her in low Kerbal orbit to see if we could destage and come back into the main stage properly. Right, I did want to put some antennas on the main stage here. Let's put it on here. One here, and maybe go for a second one, right? Could never hurt. Well, I could put them actually on the side of this, since this top stage is only going to be used for re-entering. And at that point we don't need any more electronics, I hope. Right, let's give this a save. We can always get rid of the tank we have down there in the, as a counterbalance. Do I have to redo this? No, it looks alright. I do want to have a little nose cone on this tank here, just to improve this a tiny little bit. It did bring down our thrust a little bit, just because it weighs 4 tons. Almost. But that's that. Let's just try and see if we could do something with this. I just want to see if we wobble again, like we did before the last time we played. Okay. Everything looks okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. We're already veering to the... Yikes. Yeah, that's not good. aren't we aerodynamic? What's going on?